March now, and I've finally gotten back to work on the treehouse after taking the winter off. And started this morning by cutting in this piece in these wonderful shadows you can't quite see, even the trace of my finger, but it comes up at an angle for the lower roof, runs vertically, and then comes back at the angle of the upper roof. And as you can see from this end, I didn't bother putting any rafters in those gable ends. So here we are now. I've got the first piece cut in, and I'm now just installing the rafter. So this rafter here, I just cut it by eye. I lined it up, made a mark, and used a hand side here to cut it. And now I'm going to screw this rafter in. This piece is still kind of loose at that back edge because this is the overlapping tongue. So the next piece needs to fit in underneath it. So I'm going to secure this in, put a rafter here, and put a rafter here. And I'm calling them rafters, they're studs. Excuse the terminology slip. And then I'm going to put this next piece in and screw it on. Nothing all that exciting going on. This is just typical framing and sheathing, but it's another step on the treehouse, and we're moving towards getting these ends closed in. So here we are with this first gable end completely closed in. Also, you see not necessarily a hard step, but an important step is that I've cut the door opening open. Before I had the T111 covering about 3/4 of the door opening. So there's the main door opening, and up above you can see that last bit of T111 on the gable end, and that is now just needs to be screwed in. So I'm going to head up there now and screw it. One thing you'll notice here is that the panels on the top and bottom, they don't line up perfectly. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. Well, I know it's because their ends over here are not in line with each other. But I thought about it when I laid it out, and I could have shifted this piece over that little bit. But what that would have meant is actually, when we get all the way down to this end, it would have been a little bit short, and I would have had to fill in a tiny little piece. Now, I probably could have done that, but before I even realized I would have needed a third piece there, I was only 50-50 as to whether I was going to bother doing it anyway, because it really doesn't bother me. So when I saw that it would be extra work, I decided to just leave it like it was. Not the most perfect detail. If I was really paying attention, I could have gotten them to line up perfectly. If this was a project with an architect, I'm sure I would have had to do that. But for the treehouse, it's not bothering me. It's going to have no performance impact on the building, so I'm deciding to just leave it as it is. I'm still on this back face. I've fit in this first piece nicely. Just put the last piece in the back face up, and I've come to realize I made a slight error there. This is not supposed to come to a point. It's supposed to come up to here. So as you can see, by looking in this giant gaping hole, you can see the inside of the treehouse. So it looks like I'm going to have to go and go downstairs and remake this piece. Hopefully I'll be able to repurpose it if we look through, not for this one, but for that one back there. That's another triangle-shaped piece behind the tree. So I should be able to repurpose this back there. But this is just kind of frustrating. The day's getting on, it's starting to get cold. I don't want to be finished, and now I have to remake a piece, but I love it. So this is the second panel, or the second version of this panel. As you can see on this side, it fits perfectly. And as you can see as I come up the angle here, it does not fit perfectly at the top. Off the top of my head, I don't have a friggin' clue what went wrong, but I'm going to remeasure everything and go down and I'm going to cut a third one. It is getting late on a Sunday afternoon. Here's the last section where the house notches around the tree. You can see down there how the tree comes up in this corner. You can see here's a nice rectangular section that I'm going to need here on this side of the tree. We come around here, another little triangle to fill out. So should not be too big a deal, and hopefully these pieces go in quickly and efficiently. I can only hope. Let's go cut them. So here we have it. The last two pieces of siding behind the tree are done. These two pieces at this end are finally done after cutting that one piece 4 times. Of course, it's the simpler of the two, not the one that has both angles of roof on it, but the easy one on the left side. Cut that 4 times. And I'll just walk around. Nothing exciting going on this face. Haven't worked on much of it yet. The siding is done. Still got to do the clear story up above. Still got to cut the window in. Just come around here. See, I finished the siding up here also. We saw that earlier. And the door's open. So nothing new on this side relative to what I did today, but that's where we stand now. We'll be back to it. During the week, I may attempt to make the clear story, or I may not. We shall see.